Hey y'all, today I'm going to get straight to the point and we're going to talk about bayonets. Let's get into it. Now if you like this content, like, sub, shares, all that good stuff, I really appreciate it. Also down below, coupon codes and merch to help support the channel. Now what am I talking about today? So I'm going to talk about the use of a bayonet for a home defense weapon. Now I want to get a couple things straight. This is not going to be a super tactical video where I'm going to go over tactics and everything. I'm going to give more of a lighthearted, open-ended, basically talking points of why I think that, maybe a bayonet on the end of your gun, not the worst thing in the world. There's definitely, I think, worse attachments to put on your firearm for home defense. So I openly invite you, put down below your thoughts on a bayonet on a home defense rifle. Anyway, this is my surplus M7 bayonet that sits on my Mossberg 590 retrograde, and that sits in the corner for home defense. And I've done a video showing my 590 and how I have it set up, and I kind of mentioned the bayonet and said how, it's not really a serious thing. It's on there, and if I end up needing that shotgun for home defense while it's on there, I'm probably not going to take it off. So anyway, moving forward. Now to sum up my talking point, if I was going to use one word for the reason why I think a bayonet's not a bad idea, I hesitate to use the word intimidation, but I think at the end of the day, if I had to use one word, that would be it. And here's why. There's this whole thing going around. I keep seeing videos talking about the whole sock on the end of a baseball bat. And basically, it's like, hey, if you have a sock in there, or if you have a baseball bat in the corner for home defense, and, put a sock on the end of it, because then if you're struggling with the bad guy inside your home, he's going to grab the bat to try and take it away from you, and he'll just grab the sock and it'll pull off, and then you'll still be able to swing on him. I don't agree with that at all, because here's the thing: get a shotgun or a rifle or a gun for home defense, learn how to use it, and don't get that close to the bad guy if you can help it. I'm not saying it in every situation that's possible, but I'm not looking to close the distance on a probably armed attacker or attackers to try and get them out of my home with a piece of sporting goods equipment. But with that being said, I have a better option. Again, if you go get a shotgun for home defense that has a bayonet lug on it, you can stick one of these on the end of it. And you know what's a better deterrent for not having someone try and grab the weapon from you than a sock? A big old sharp pointy thing. Having something like this on the end of your home defense weapon, if, this turns into that mythical John Wick scenario where, the first shot hasn't basically made everybody decide to go rethink their life, gets close enough, or maybe they have edged weapons, or who knows. Again, this is a mythical, crazy home defense situation, and they're trying to stop you from, using your shotgun to defend your life and your family's life. This is something if someone had this, I wouldn't want to get real close to them. I wouldn't want to be trying to, get them with a knife or a bat or whatever I've brought with me to, basically, handle the job of breaking into someone's house. So I think this could be a good thing to have. I also think there's a possibility of this helping to maybe make it that it doesn't even turn into a gunfight or any kind of whatever. Because here's the thing. Now, again, I use the word intimidation, and I know I use the phrase intimidation, and that may not be the best word for it, but here's the reality. I know there's a lot of back and forth on whether the size of your gun or how scary it looks has any effect on if that stops fights. But here's my thought process on the whole thing. I recently saw the video, some kids or whatever, I don't think they're kids, but the punks, we'll say punks, tried to break in or rob a convenience store. Owner had a shotgun, and long story short, one or two shots, and they're running out the front door screaming, he blew my arm off or whatever. I'm sure everybody saw it. I saw it too. But at the end of the day, if you're defending your home, and you have to pick from your assortment of firearms, you're basically, your family and you're locked in the bedroom, and you've got somebody trying the door handle, trying to break in to get into you, and you've got to pick a weapon. Basically, when that door opens up, it's going to be time to defend the family and home, and hope that you can get those people out of your house as quickly as possible and keep your family and everyone safe. Which would you rather have, a little pink single shot Cricket 22 or a big old 12 gauge Mossberg 590, with shells on the side and a big old bayonet on the front end, and that's what, the second they open that door, that's what they're seeing. So, again, do I think that the scenarios of all this mattering are going to happen? Probably not. But at the end of the day, it doesn't eat anything. It doesn't take batteries. It's not, particularly expensive. It doesn't inhibit really the use of the weapon. It can, for the most part, these can be clicked on and off of the gun pretty easy. So, if you need to take it off and throw it in the corner or, do whatever, just sit it down somewhere, you can do that easily. I think it's not the worst thing in the world to stick on a gun. Is it the first attachment I'd have for a home defense gun? Of course not. I think a light and a sling are far more important than a bayonet. But if you're going to fully kit it out, maybe consider a bayonet. But put down below what you think. Is it something you considered? Is it something you would never put on a gun? Is it something you put on a gun? Put down below what you think, and have a good day.